welcome to another class. Today is finally the pizza day. Yes. So let's start with the comments like always. We can make it by hand, but I wouldn't recommend. We really want this dough to be very smooth, be very well mixed. We don't have to activate our yeast for this recipe. We don't have to, but you can if you want, with a bit of water. Part of the liquids are eggs. So this is not a vegan recipe, but if you really want a vegan recipe, so just let me know in the comments and I'm going to send you an alternative. So outside that, so we have olive oil, we have sugar, that can be also honey. Here I have all the flours and the Xanthan Gum I already mixed here. I used to do it together with the flours. If in some of the recipes you realize, oh, the Xanthan Gum's not there, it's because it's already in the flours together. I like to do it. So, and let's start. First of all, of course, flours. Flour. And what I'm going to do here is to mix them very well before we add anything else. So this is one thing. And then our yeast, salt, and psyllium, which we are also not activating first. So now we have here our liquids. For the flour, so I always mix so of course we have the starches, we have cassava starch here, we have potato starch as well, but we have the gluten-free base flours, which normally is a rice flour. I like to use rice flour. I think it's a very good flour and the results are really nice. But I also like to use to add some other flour in order to be more like a nourishing. So it's not really a white flour, because then we are eating gluten-free, but it's not very nourishing. So in terms of nutrition, might be a bit poor. Of course, here we have olive oil, we have eggs, like is rich in ingredients, but talking about flours. So which flours we could use together with the rice flour, the white rice flour, in order to like improve this recipe. Could be teff, could be oat flour as well, could be integral rice flour. In this case, I'm using here, as you can see there, buckwheat flour. So then we have our dry ingredients here. Let's start adding the liquids, which is our olive oil, eggs, which I really like because of the taste, but I understand if you are looking for a recipe that's for some reason a recipe that's that is vegan, that don't contain eggs. So that's why I said you can please contact me to the comments in the platform. So, and water, as we always do, just a part of it. And put this a bit closer to me. And let's mix. Water, we always save like a 30–40%, and we see how it goes and we add when we need. I think it's already time to scrape a bit. Remember, when you replace flours, no? So now I'm using here the buckwheat. So when you replace flours, this might be, it might be necessary to adjust the amount of water, liquids actually. And that's why we should do it always very slowly. Here we are using almost everything. Smells really good. The bowl has to be clean. In this case is already. So the hydration, we want a little bit more than this, because these are flours, and happens also with oat flour that is going to absorb a bit of moist when we leave it to proof. This is it. We have a mixture here, dough that is elastic, no? Sticks to our hands, but is not a liquid like a runny anymore. Yes, that's it. So now what we are going to do is, we don't have to move to another bowl, just because this is a very big bowl that I can't fit inside my fridge. So then what I like to do is to grease a bit the bowl. I have a bowl with lid. If you don't, just use some cling film. It's very important to prove. We are actually going to let it rest in a warm temperature um, until the dough doubles in size. Now we can flatten a bit. So that's what we have. Now we cover and we let it rest 1 to 1.5 hours until it doubles in size. And then we are going to open and we go from there. Welcome back. So as we said, the proofing time is like around 1.5 hours. And what we want is to double in size. So we want that our dough double in size, and that's what we have here. First of all, so a bit of olive oil, and we need to relax a bit our dough. Let's see. What this means to release a bit the air. We don't want this to be inflated like that. So then we use a bit of olive oil and we remove the air and make it flat. Remember, this is a Napolitan pizza. In a tray. That's exactly what we want here to flatten. Can we use a roping? Yes, I would say, but it works like that as well. Gives us this rustic surface, this rustic appearance. Oh. That's not our final proofing time. From now, we have to let the dough rest for another 40 to 50 minutes. You already spread it here. The only thing I'm trying to do is to keep it even, because we have here one part that's a bit thicker. Reminds you the focaccia. I can imagine. Look how beautiful. Yeah. We could use the same dough for the focaccia. I like to change a bit, but this is going to look kind of similar. Now let's just now while the dough is relaxing, this 40, 50 minutes, we can start preparing our tomato sauce and all the toppings we want to use. At this point, I'm sure you know what you have in mind. And if you would like to share with me in the comments from the platform, I would love to know, and also pictures. You can also tag the Fabi Pragier on Instagram. Look at this. Oh, how nice. This is it for now. Let's try to spread the olive oil very well. So this is it for now. And I see you in the next step. We are back here after 40 minutes. What we have is, so the dough raised a little bit. So when we touch, we can feel it. Right now, what is the next step? We are going to spread our tomato sauce, a rustic one. So, like you can see the pieces of tomato or not. So if you buy a ready one. And we are going to spread, making sure we leave some edges, some space before, no? Like 2 fingers, let's say so. And the first thing we do is to preheat the oven as hot as we can. Normally at home, the oven temperature, the maximum is going to be 240. It's rare that goes up to 250. If you have a pizza oven, so you can use it. But here, what we are going to do is to bake around 15 minutes. When it's ready, I'm going to confirm double check with you the cooking times. But we are going to do it in the first 15 minutes with the tomato sauce. We don't add our mozzarella from the very beginning, only in the last 5 to 8 minutes. And we really need a little bit longer for this dough to bake. So then this is it. And let's spread our tomato sauce here. The cheese can be any cheese you like. If you don't have any problems with dairy allergies, you can, if your problem is with the lactose, I would say there are cheeses lactose free, works perfectly with the vegan cheeses. The only thing we have to make sure is that our vegan cheese is one kind of cheese that melts. That's all. And you also can use any toppings that you like. It's already looking really beautiful. As I said, let's try to leave some space in the edge. That's it. We don't want to soak completely the dough in sauce. It's just to spread evenly. This is it. And some herbs. Thymian, basilicum, oregano. I particularly really like oregano. Oven as hot as we can, and I'll come back to you with the baking times. Remember, we are going to bake for around 15 minutes, and then we are going to add our cheese. And here we are with our pizza. Is baked. The cheese is melted. It took 12 minutes. So I baked for 12 minutes and then another 4 minutes in 240 degrees to have this outcome. I'm going to show you how it looks like. So we can add other toppings now, like tomato or just some basilicum, like this. Is actually ready, but is a question of creativity. So enjoy and please let me know how it tastes. Thank you for watching.